If there's any problems at all with seeing or anything like that, let me know. Should be able to see there. Good. Excellent. So, the first one, you are going to need a foam roller. Sorry, a foam roller is what we'll need today. I forgot to send the message out saying what equipment we need, but normally you'll probably just need a foam roller and the mat. And the first one, if I show you the drill first of all, it's a lot of a new one more than anything else. So we're going to have a foam roller, and we're going to hold it against our chest here, and we're going to grip onto it as much as we can, and we're going to really try and push it in that foam roller. And when we're in that position, our knees are going to be soft, and we're going to really try and push our hips back as far as we can go until we're almost parallel to the ground. And I want you to keep the back nice and flat and nice and long, and we're going to hold this position here. But I want you to really pull into the foam roller, but keep the back nice and long. So rather than curling around, the back's got to be long and the hips have got to be back. And we're going to do 3 by 1 minute starting in 10 seconds. So grab a foam roller. If you've done a foam roller, grab a cushion, anything can work quite nicely into the chest itself there. And we're going to grip and rip there. So feet are going to be shoulders apart. We're going to hinge at the hips. So hinge by just pushing the hips back the way, keeping the weight, if we can, from the middle of the foot. The head only comes forward as the hips go back. And we're going to hang out. If you can get to parallel, do. If you're just short of parallel, just hang where you can go to there. So we're underway. And I want you to think about relaxing the toes, press down into the ground. So really try and push into the ground if you can. You might feel your knees come together as you push into the ground. That's absolutely fine. Your vision is just going to be above, maybe about a meter in front of you as you press into that foam roller. So really pull that foam roller into your chest as you push the hip back. And I want you to really try and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Hamstrings you'll feel just as a stretch more than anything else, but push into the ground to really get that feet active as well. 10 seconds just. Knees are soft, the knees aren't locked out at all. 3, 2, 1, then bring it back up again there. 15 seconds, we're going to the second one. So the most important thing for this one here is the head seesaws with the hips. So the hips go back as the head goes forward. We're not just bending forward, we're not just sticking our bottoms out, we're actually moving into hinge position. So our next rep starts in 3. Grip onto the foam roller, grip on the cushion, feet shoulder apart, and push the hips back. Keep the chest up tall, so don't let the chest drop down. Keep the chest tall, and we're going to parallel if we can. Relax the toes, push through the ground. Hips high, so try and think about lifting the hips high by just squeezing the knees back slightly, not locking them out, but lift the hips high by just pushing the knees back softly. Hold this position here, keep the breathing. Keep the spine long, head long. Gap between your chin and your chest should be about the size of an apple. Rather than close it down, keep it nice and long, long neck. Hold in this position here, long through the spine. 15 seconds to go. Hold, push the hips high, push to the ground to bring your hips up. 5, 3, 2, 1. Push from the ground, bring yourself up. 15 seconds, 1 set to go. Really good, really nice. Nice little lengthener for that posterior chain. So lower back, quadratus lumborum, into the glutes, into the hamstrings, into the calf, into the plantar fascia at the bottom of the foot as well. Last one, 5 seconds. Over we go. Feet shoulders apart, up nice and tall, hinge forward. Keep hinging, keep hinging, keep hinging until we're parallel. Straighten out the back, soften the knees, push to the ground. Push the hips back. Head nice and long. Gap between the neck or the chin and the chest, sorry, through your neck nice and long. Knees soft, hips high. Keep the hips high. Really push into the ground. Hold here. Relax the toes. Have a little Look down your toes. Are they curling up? Are they gripping the ground? Try and make them nice and long. Press down through the middle of the foot. 15 seconds just. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, push from the ground, bring yourself back up. Good work, guys. Second drill we're going to do today is going to be for the quads, a floating heel drill. So we're going to start with our right foot forward, and the foot's going to be slightly underneath the knee, and the other knee is going to be right underneath the hip. So we're in this kind of position here. And all we're going to do is we're pushing down through the front foot, and we're going to lift and hold just off the pad and no more, okay? It's literally about a credit card size off the mat or off the cushion itself there, okay? So we're going to do 30 seconds times 3 on each leg. So right foot forward, heel behind the knee or ankle behind the knee. The heel's just off the ground in the front foot itself. Ready, and squeeze, lift and hold. Hold, hold, hold. This when you're up nice and tall, the knees just off that mat and no more on the back. The heels just off the ground and no more on the front. Halfway house. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and back down. 10-second recovery.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Up nice and tall. Knee just over the pad, no more. So the knees underneath the hip. The front foot is behind the knee. So ready. Second set. Push to the front foot. Lift. Just off that pad and no more. Hold here. Keep your breathing good. Keep them nice and tall as well. 15 seconds. 10. 5. And 10-second recovery there. One last set of that right leg. Go. We're really working the fatigue element here by doing all 3 on one leg full change over. Last set. Ready? Ankle underneath the knee. Knee underneath the hip and the back leg. Heel off from the front. Push to the front, up go. So the reason for neuromuscular strength, really, really important for sprinting, high intense exercises. The better connection from the brain to the muscle, the more we can actually use that muscle at higher speed. The more efficient contraction means more efficient running. 5, 3, 2, 1, and back down there. Good job. Switch legs over. Really nice work. Now get the quads moving up. Left leg forward this time. Right knees back, or if you did it the other way around, that's absolutely fine. 5 seconds. Heel underneath. Knee in front. Heel off. Ready. Push and lift. Wait. Might on one side, easier than the other. The quads, the calves, the glutes, the hamstrings, really, really important to get that neuromuscular contraction so that they're all working together, not isolated when we're running. 5, 3, 2, and back down. 10 seconds. Really good job. Second set for another set of feet. Second set. Ready? Knee over the ankle, hip over the back knee, and raise. Keep it low, don't go too high. Float that heel at the front leg if you can, heel off the ground. seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back down. 10 seconds recovery. Well done. 1 set to go. 1 set to go. We're on the hamstrings next. You'll feel quite an intense burning on that quad now. We're really getting that neuromuscular system working. Ready? Last one. Knee over the ankle. Hip over the back knee. Float the heel. Off we go. Pushing through that front leg as much as you can. Keep the knee low if you can. Up nice and tall, breathing nice and regular. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stand up a little bit there. Give a little walk there, 30 seconds with a third drill. Really good. Well, that's a toughie. That's a really toughie for getting that quad linking to the calf, linking to the glute. You won't feel where the glute's working, but it's definitely a good shift in there. Next drill we're going to do is going to go our hook clean bridge. So I'm going to show you that one just now, if that's okay. So we'll be lying down, and I'm going to ask you to keep the feet flat, and I want you to pelvic tilt, lift the bottom just off the ground and no more. We're going to press our feet down and try and pull the heels back towards our bottom. So we're not actually moving, but we're trying to pull the heels back in. So the heels should feel like they're wanting to come back into the bottom. It's what we call an isometric move, which means that you won't see any movement, you should feel the contraction. So I'll talk you through it again. So if we have pelvic tilt, lift the hips just off the ground no more, not a bridge, just off the ground no more. We're going to press our feet down into the mat and then pull them back towards our bottom. So you try to take your heel towards your bottom, okay? So we're going to start in 10 seconds just. Still to the quads from last one. So knees roughly about 90 degrees bend here. We're going to pelvic tilt, raise the hips just off the ground and no more. Dig the heels down maximally and pull them back maximally as well. We're going to hold in this position. We've got this for a minute, 3 by a minute altogether. So really keep thinking about pulling that heels towards the bottom. So we're working the hamstrings concentrically, but we're also working the glute to keep the bottom off the ground a little more. Good work, good work. Press the mid-foot down though. Have a little think in your head. Is it 50-50 right hamstring versus left hamstring? If you want to work the right hand side more, pull the right hand side now. If you want to work the left hand side more, pull the left hand side more. So it's like 2 pedals in a car, the accelerator and brake. We don't drive from here to town just on the accelerator. We've got to use the brake as well. So try and use both legs, pull them back toward you. Pull them both back at the same time you can. You've got a bit of those from go-kart and press them both at the same time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 30 seconds recovery. Well done. Good legs will shake out there. And I have 2 sets to go. And I want you to really think about the beauty of this exercise is pull the heels down and then pull them back to the bottom. So you're digging the heels towards your bottom. You should feel the hamstrings kick right in then. 10 seconds. Let's get in position. 90 degrees at the knees. Feet are flat down. Pelvic tilt. Raise the hips just off the ground. So just no more. The hips are off. Press the heels down. Pull them back. Let's get to work. And pull the whole mid-foot. Imagine you've got the stickiest bit of chewing gum on your foot and you're trying to pull that off on the floor mat, try to get that off of your shoe. Pull that heel back towards your bottom. Good, hold that there. Try not to let the hips go too high. Keep checking they're low. Think about 2 little indicators on your knees. What are they at? 50% pull each, or one at 60, one's at 40. Try and make them even, or if you want to explore the right hand side more, make it work 80. Then go back to the left hand side, make it work 80. So really pull in there. Does one fatigue quicker than the other? Is that an area that you might need to develop further? Pull that heels back. Really work hard now. This is when we start fatigue. So push down into the mat, pull back. Really pull the heels underneath. Can't emphasize that enough. 5, 3, 2, and relax back at that 30 seconds. Good work. Really good job. Get the legs a little shake out there as well. They're working really hard today. So the beauty is in how much you put into this one. If you're feeling the hamstrings are on the cusp of cramping, just back off a little bit with the pressure. If you're thinking this is quite easy, let's float one leg off. Okay, so you can take it where you want to go this rep. 3, 2, 1. Pelvic tilt, lift. Dig in, pull back. If you want to raise one leg off, please do. Hold in that position there. Really dig that heel back. If you want to tap the foot down as well, that can be a good little earner for the calves and also for the hamstring and also for the glutes. If you are in the leg, we'll switch over now. Don't just drop down. Make that a good contraction to bring the leg up. And then we're going to tap our toe balls. You're still digging the heel in with the foot you're tapping. Don't let the hips drop down. Keep there. And then back down and dig both heels in again. Dig both heels in, pull them right back. This time, tap both feet. But pull the heels back first. Don't give up on the heel pull. That's the main principle of the drill. Whatever else you do about it, with a bonus, you've got to pull that heels towards the bottom. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax back down now. Good job, well done. Our next drill, our fourth drill, is going to be our running man drill that we did from before. So I'm going to show you that quickly if that's okay. So it'll be a back view, unfortunately. What we're going to do is we're going to be against the wall. Right foot is going to be the one that's working. So we're on our toe. And then we're going to hinge as we slide our hands down the wall. Low as we can go. Hold in that position there. And then we drive through the foot to come back through. The heel stays off the whole time. And then we go straight into our second repetition there. Keeping the heel off the ground the whole time. So really driving through. Okay? So from the side, we start off. We're going to really lengthen out. And then keeping the heel high. We're going to really drive through, using the wall for balance. So you're going to be facing the wall itself, okay? So, facing the wall, right leg's going to be the working leg, left leg's going to be off. The right heel comes off the ground, the right knee softens, and the left hand comes off the wall, stays in the wall, so the right hand comes off the wall. Ready? And slowly lower down. So right down. Don't rush it. Hinge at the hip as well. Chest is almost touching the knee. And then slowly push through to bring yourself up. Use the hands for balance, but also try and do as much as you can with yourself. Drive through. Keeping the knee soft the whole time and keeping the heel off the ground the whole time. Drive through, bring it back up. You start to feel the calf having a good experience there. Drive through that foot. 3, 2, 1, and switch over. Left leg's going to be the working leg. Opposites. Right knee forward. Left knee soft. Left heel off the ground. Left hand off the wall. Ready? And off we go. Get some lower down. Hinge from the hip. Stick the bottom out. Long. Chest close to knee. Drive through. Keeping the knees soft. The knees that lock out as we come through. Ready, back out we go. Getting low as we can. So we're half squatting onto that leg. We're half hinging onto that leg. Then we're driving through into standing tall. Good work. Slow, slow, slow. If anything goes slower, you reach back, hinge at the hip. Tap the glutes, you're working really hard. Push through that foot. Bring you back up tall. Last rep, all the way out. Push, push, push. Drop down to half squat, half hinge. Then really push the ground away to bring you back up. And switch over legs, back onto the right leg. Ready? Soft right knee. Heel raised on the right hand side. Right hand off the wall. Off we go. Heel stays off the whole time. The knee angle gets more and more. The hip hinge is good. Tap the glute. Is it working? Push it back if it's not. Press through the ground. Come back up tall. Slowly lower down. Right through the ground. Push yourself back up top. You should probably manage 3 or 4 reps in the whole minute. Slow, 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 slow. Almost about 10 seconds to get down. This is so slow. Hold for a couple of seconds. And then right through. You should manage to squeeze one last one in. So ready? Push. Keep the knee soft. Drive through. Up tall. Switch back over, second one up, left hand side. So left hand leg working. Left knee soft. Left heel raised. Ready. Up go. So long, keep the angle of the knee. Hinge. All the way forward. Head should always be touching the wall. Drive through that foot. Low, 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 low. Slow, 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 slow. Drive through that foot to bring you back up. And the knee stays soft, the heel goes off the ground. Drive, 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 drive. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Stick the bottom back, stick the bottom back. Drive through that foot to bring yourself back up top. Drop, drop, drop as far down as you can go. Heel still off the ground. Heel can touch the ground. Drive back. And relax there. We're back onto the last set. Right leg. Last set. Right leg. Right leg. We're on soft knee. Left leg's off the ground. Left, right heel off the ground. Ready. And hinge. Get low. And push the ground away. Keep the heels soft and off the ground. And drop down. Drop, 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 drop. Slow. Reach, 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 reach. Hold here, hold here. Stay at the bottom, stay at the bottom. Ready and actively push the ground away. Legs going to be shaking like mad now. Ready and drop down. Last rep. Slow, 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 slow. Long with the back leg. Ready. Push the hips high. Drive through the foot, through the forefoot, and switch over. Last one on the left hand side. Left foot, heel off the ground. Left knee bent, right leg completely off the ground. Ready, off we go. Super, super slow, right back. Hold here. Push through that forefoot to get you back up tall. And back there again. Feel the glute work into the calf up and lift the hip high as you hinge. So rather than just squat, half hinge. Drive. And finish with the right knee coming through. Ready? All the way out. Out, 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 out. Lower, 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 lower. Hinge, 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 hinge. Push the hip back. Push the hip back. Drive through that foot. First, one last one in. Ready? Super, super slow out. Super, super low down. Push the bottom high. Rise through the foot. Stand up tall. And relax there. Good work. We're going to go on to the mats for our last one. 2 minutes only. And it's a breathing drill. And we're going to go cat cow. Hands turn in the way. And we're going to breathe in through the middle of our back and breathe out through our belly button. When we breathe out, we don't give any of the tension between our shoulder blades away. Okay, we've got 7 minutes. Let's go. So, hands tucked in, facing one another. Deep breath in. Breathe in your own time to the shoulders. And then breathe out by tucking your pelvis underneath. In through the nose if you can. Puff it out through the mouth. Keeping that shoulder. Now take a deep breath in. Try and think about squeezing that shoulder blades that little bit further apart. Breathe it out. Breathe in. The shoulder blades. Breathe out through the stomach and through that belly button more than anything else. And pull the pelvis in as you breathe out. And again, breathe in. If you need to take a couple of breaths in between, please do. Keep the shoulders wide. In through the shoulders, into the nose. Pull the shoulders apart, so let the neck relax. And back out we go. Good job. Last couple, guys. Last couple. Keep the tension in the shoulder blades. Lift the shoulder blades up on the in breath. And tuck underneath as you breathe out. And again, deep breath in through the nose. Out through the pelvis. And sit back on the heels together. Give yourself a couple of breaths just to come to you. Well done. Good job. So, neuromuscular strength today. Nice, easy bodyweight drills, but with a little bit of a kick when the muscle starts to hit. You'll start to feel the muscle shaking. You'll start to feel probably a little bit of feeling in the quads, especially the second drill when the quads felt like they were on fire, just with doing that floating heel. That's the kind of neuromuscular connection we're looking to try and get into the quadricep itself in the positions that we need it for running itself. A couple of quick points about neuromuscular strength. The better your neuromuscular strength is, the better your rate of force of, you produce force a little bit better, so you can produce more power. Power is important because when we contact the ground, the softer you hit the ground, the more of the load's absorbed by the ground. The harder you hit the ground, the better you are at propelling off it. So these drills are all quite nice to develop that neuromuscular strength, which helps that rate of force that you develop. Any questions at all about anything today or anything in general? How did everyone feel with the quad one?
They were tough.
So
I thought the one that you just sort of brought your back heel off, or you came up in your knee, that was a real toughie. Really felt that all the way up the posterior chain.
yeah.
So sort of kneeling one, that was a beauty. That was a good one.
The second one we did.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah. It's a really nice one. It's a really good one for anybody like hip flex or quad irritation, anterior knee pain, because it just gets that muscle just fired right back up again. And I don't believe that muscles switch on and switch off. I just think we're just not in the right position to activate them or get them working. So I often find that if you can change the position, you can get the muscle to work. And that's why it's really important that the pelvic tilt comes into the bridge before we then lift, rather than just lifting off the ground. And that's why it's important that we press down through the feet. If we're only working at the hip, the passageway only goes to the hip. If we're pressing down through the feet, the nerve then passes all the way to the feet, so it goes through everything. So that's something to think about for your next, when you're out for a walk, when you're up and down the stairs. Think about, how can I engage with the ground rather than just going up the stairs as an automatic thing. If you're running downhill, how does that change from running uphill? Can you change the way you run? If you're a little bit tender, a little bit sore, can you change the way you run? And that changes the way the muscles work, which automatically helps with reducing pain. Because sometimes pain is just a warning to say, do something different. And I think sometimes we give in to pain a little bit quicker. If there's no damage and it's safety, we sometimes give in to pain because we're not sure what it's asking us to do. Play about with changing position, play about with changing load, and that will help you with some pain management, especially on your longer runs itself, because the body just gets used to being in that consistent loading pattern. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Stay safe for the weather and enjoy your weekends.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.